My time in the NBL, I was able to hit the open shot, which was giving me the opportunity to be on the court. I wasn't shooting the ball a lot because I wasn't a prolific scorer, but being able to shoot the open shot and hit the open shot is very important for every player. And you've always got to have that confidence in yourself, and I think that's one of my attributes that I'm proud to say that I have is my confidence. I think you've always got to have that confidence that the next shot that you put up is always going in. You might have missed the last 5, but that 6th shot is going to go in. You've just constantly got to believe in yourself and stay true to the things you've practiced. And if you're practicing perfectly, then it's going to come off and pay a bit dividends for you. I guess when you're in a game, they say the best players are able to slow things down and they look like they've got the most time. And I guess that comes from practice and being able to make sure that you are always doing the things that you are focused on in practice, because they'll just eventually become automatic and they'll come to you in a game situation. So I think confidence is a huge thing.
And you were saying before about obviously your time with the Bullets and Coach Joey Wright and stuff like that. I remember watching from the sidelines, obviously on the media bench with the Bullets. That was Joey's, like, I guess, one thing he kept on at the players. If you came off the bench, especially his bench players, if you found yourself open, he wanted you to shoot it.
That's exactly
you
right.
You all had basically the license to shoot, and he'd actually rip you if you didn't shoot.
If you didn't shoot, yeah, of course. I mean, you can't be having a player on your team that's never going to shoot the ball, because you're really only playing 4 and 5. So yeah, Joe was very good. He was an advocate for shooting the ball when you're open, and it's very important to teach little young kids that as well. If you don't shoot when you're open, then you're second guessing your own ability. But then of course there's people and kids who are going to shoot the ball when they're not open too, you know, and put up bad shots. But it's that fine line between the good players and the average players who are going to be able to know that and know the difference. But shooting the ball when you're open is a huge thing. Yeah, a few of the players that I've come up against over the years that I've not only idolised as I was growing up, but there's also a lot of players that I'll remember playing against them. The likes of Derek Rucker. Derek was, I think, a very young import when I was about 12 years old, coming into the league, and I just wanted to do what he could do. And it was really, really an excellent experience to be able to play alongside him and learn from him on a day-to-day basis. And I think I took a lot of stuff from him, a lot of lessons playing against him, and him kicking my butt day to day, and then finally being able to get him, you know, one time out of maybe 10 and take that to the court. And that was a really good opportunity for me to really learn and to put those lessons into practice. I think some of the players that I really really enjoyed playing with, the likes of Steve Black. I mean, Steve Black is a player whose work ethic is very high and expects nothing less than the best from himself. Guys like Carlos Powell, he was an amazing guy to play with. He just had some uncanny offensive ability.
Is he still in the NBA deal?
I think he's I think he's over in the Ukraine playing at the moment. I think. Guys like Bobby Brannan at the Bullets. Bobby was someone who had a very quiet demeanour about him, but went about his business so professionally that he was just someone you could always count on, especially when you're playing, and he had a great work ethic also. Guys, I guess the toughest guys to play against, the likes of CJ Bruton, Cortez Groves, I guess Gibbo too, guys who can really play good hard-nosed defense, I guess, which is what I like to pride myself on, but guys who just have that ultimate confidence, you know, and in themselves. A guy that a few years ago I modelled myself on when at the back of the Bullets when I had the long hair was Steve Nash as a point guard. I love to try and emulate the things that he is still doing and put them in my game today. Being able to hit the open 3, the pull-up 3 on the break, being able to pass the ball to an open player and make the right decisions. There's another guy in the NBA I like is Mo Williams, playing for Cleveland. He's not overshadowed by LeBron James at all what he does. Mo Williams is someone who's just always confident in what he does, and he knows that he is always going to expect the best for himself. He shoots an amazing clip from the field. He shoots the ball from any distance he can get to the rack. Chris Paul, Tony Parker, those guys, at the top of the game in my position, and are people that young people should really look up to, see what they're and try and watch what they're doing and try and put it to their game.